27 hearts beat.
What's up to all my hard hitters, man? Chuck P. C-Ville's finest here. Hey, man, I got a special guest with me, man, for this Knock the F Out podcast, man. This is number 35. Man, it's been a little while, man. I think the last one I did, man, was the Aerospin Sean Porter after party show, man. So it's been a little bit, man. But, hey, man, we all know why we here, man, for the big rematch between Luis King Kong Ortiz and Deonte Wilder. And to help me get y'all pumped up for this, I got my brother, my fellow Ohioan. And when it comes to boxing, if you ask me, I think he damn near knows it all. My brother from Ohio runs boxing, Mr. Marcus Nall. Man, what's happening, brother?
What's up, baby? What's up?
Hey, man, let them know what's good with you, man. Let them know how you got started into doing what you're doing, man, and how you putting on for Ohio, brother.
Man, it's definitely been a roller coaster, but a blessing for the most part, man. Boxing has always been a part of my life. I left it for a while, man. I actually boxed a little bit, and but I never made it to got out to the amateurs competition. I actually got hit with a body shot in the gym, man, and I'll never forget it. This guy named Jose hit me with a body shot, so I know what it feels like to get hit in that body, man, and feel like you paralyzed. But I'm from Youngstown, Ohio, man, so I'm down there with the Kelly Pavliks, the Ray Boo Boo Mancinis, man. I came from a title town, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of great fighters. But what actually got me back into it, man, it was so crazy. This was boxing became was like my medicine, man, for healing. Was in a bad relationship, man, and after I got out of that, I didn't smoke and drink. So I'm like, man, what is it that I can do to get me to get over this? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was tough, bro. It was definitely tough. And
yeah, man, I believe it.
It was definitely tough. And I'll never forget, man. I went to Adrian Broner, and I went to my first pro fight. It was crazy. It was in 2013. Adrian Broner versus Emmanuel Taylor in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
And it was my high right there, man. Going to that event, it was like, wow, you know what I mean? This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And Ohio Run Boxing was born in Cincinnati that night. Seeing those fighters and seeing how lit Cincinnati was that night with Broner. Broner definitely brought Ohio back, brought the spotlight back to Ohio. Some people don't like it, but it's the truth. Broner did bring the light back. We always had good talent, but we didn't have nobody like Broner to bring the spotlight back. He was like the superstar that brought everybody started paying attention to. My mother don't watch boxing, but she know who Adrian Broner is. So that just lets you know. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So so that's what really started that. And once I started the Ohio Run Boxing thing, it started to take off. It's still taking off, man. A lot of the fighters start following me. Some didn't accept my friend request for a while, which I respect that, man, because they didn't know me.
Right.
So right. Once I started getting a buzz and started going around on social media, a lot of people started to take notice. Like, dang, he's showing love to the journeymen. He's showing love to the guys that's active. So guys that don't fight no more, I started to give recognition to all these guys that put gloves on. And that's pretty much
man. Hey, you got to work, bro. You got to earn your stripes, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
absolutely.
Man. Yep. And you definitely putting on for Ohio, bro. And I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, man. And it's definitely been a blessing. It done got to the point now where people comment if I show a fighter or something on my page, and people say, "Oh, he sucked," the fighter will actually respond.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
So funny now. So it done got to the point where a lot of people don't even talk on my page trash no more because they know that the fighters follow me and they support me. So it's
I love it, man.
That's the beautiful thing about it, man. So when I see people say, "Oh, Terrell Goucher, he's out of Cleveland, good fighter," you know, he's not that good. This needs to work on that. And Terrell, a comment under there said, "Bro, you don't know me." Da 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 da. And they said, "Oh, I respect you. You're a great fighter." They switch up, bro. So many guys that switch up. It's the
they flip that switch quick than a bitch, right?
I just deserve. I don't even say nothing no more. So it's all love, man. At the end of the day, I wanted to build a brand that represented Ohio, the logo, the pride. When people see that, they know you from Ohio. They know, you know what I'm saying? You represent something positive. Ohioan Boxer wouldn't be a great brand without the other great states, man. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of good talent in other states too, and I definitely pay attention to them. They show me a lot of love. I get a lot of love from different guys from what's the name of Ranches Bartholomew.
Yeah. Guy fought eBay.
He fought eBay. He follows me heavy, almost like every post, man. Nothing but love and respect for that guy. So they love how I'm behind my guys 24/7, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a ride from Ohio guys. And me and you, we didn't have our own little, back and forth with the Earl Smiths and Shine.
Oh, yeah.
It was great. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. I love Earl, man. Nothing but respect. I hope he get better and get back in the ring, man, because we need him. Boxing need Earl. I don't care what nobody say, bro. We need Earl. And far as that, man, that's just pretty much how it all started. Now the hat, people gonna ask questions with the hat, so we might as well just get that started to get that out the way.
I love that motherfucker, man. I love it, man. Put it over.
Yeah. The hat came from just I like Raiden. That's one of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat.
And bro, I didn't know if that's where you got it from, but whenever I see you, that's the first motherfucker I think of.
Dude, everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm a big Raiden fan, and on top of that, I like Outkast. So here's the connection with Outkast, the music group, and Raiden. Andre 3000 was unique. He was different. He liked to dress different. You know what I mean? And it brought attention. And you knew Andre 3000 when he had his shoulder pads on in the video. You know what I'm saying? People like, he got shoulder pads with spikes on. But it was style. It fitted him. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I brought, man. I wanted to bring something different, attention, and people was going to ask questions. They see the hat, the logo, like, what is this shit? Some people say, you a boxer? You know, you're a trainer. I get it all the time. I get all different type of approaches, man. And it's really, but it was just, I wanted to be different, and I wanted to stand out too, so people can see me a mile away. They know me, and it's actually picked up so big in the state because the kids, the little amateur boxers, they run up to me like I'm Barney or something, man. It's hilarious, man.
Hey, man. I love that shit, man.
You gotta see it. You gonna come to a couple events with me, but you gonna see the reaction, the love, and this is when I knew I started to get a buzz when the fighters, like I said, the amateurs and the fighters wanted to take a picture with me, and I'm like, really? Don't want to take a picture with me? And they geek, man. Like, I love what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? They want to take pictures. So that's when I was like, man, I had to humble myself. I was like, wow, man, this is really, really awesome. And I started to get calls from different promoters telling me about certain fighters that they wanted. Like, hey, man, you know about this guy from Ohio, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. So they started to go through me just to connect to the other fighters because they see that I promote them and I talk about them. So it's been a blessing, man. It's definitely been a blessing. And it's only going to get stronger. And the movement going to get bigger, baby. And but that's my story, man. I'm here now. So, you know.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, man, you mentioned a fighter. Rancis Bartholomew.
Yep.
We all know who the fuck he's going for Saturday night. You know, those Cubans stick together, man. That was a perfect segue.
And I respect that. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, bro. Nothing wrong with it.
So we got King Kong Ortiz, man, 31-1, man, and we all know where that one came from. All right. Going up against Deonte Wilder, man, 41 wins, man, with 40 knockouts. Man, we know about the bronze bomber, man.
Right.
Now, I kind of want to peel back the onion on some shit, man. Because I've been seeing some things, man. Mark, I'm all on that social media every motherfucking night, all night, and I see shit. And you got a lot of people complaining, Mark, about this being a pay-per-view fight. Me personally, I feel like this should be on pay-per-view just for storyline purposes alone. I mean, think about it. Didn't Deontay almost lose to this man? He was only seconds away from losing in that 7th round of the first fight.
Absolutely.
He's the only man who really gave Deontay Wilder any kind of competition. So I truly feel for all the so-called business savvy ones, in order to see the aftermath, you damn right it's a pay-per-view fight. And on top of that, if you ask me, it's 50-50, man. I'm going to dig deep a little more into this, but I feel this is the true number 1 versus number 2. And I ain't discrediting Andy Ruiz. I'm not discrediting Andy Ruiz, but the other 2 heavyweights that's always in the mentions, I think King Kong would kill him. And they know it. That's why they won't fight him.
Yep.
But what do you feel about the whole thing about people complaining about this being a pay-per-view, Mark?
I think a lot of people who is complaining about it, majority of them is Wilder haters. Majority of them, not all, but majority of them come off as they don't want Wilder to be this pay-per-view superstar, which they're pushing for. And history repeat itself. That's the problem. Y'all can't stop what Wilder is doing. And he's fighting, like you said, arguably the number 2. You have a point. And I think you're going to break that down. Can't wait to listen to it because I feel he is the number 2. Yeah, it is opinionated, but come on, man. A lot of guys have ducked, Ortiz, and we know why. This guy he's good. He's a good heavyweight. But knockout sale, man. You have to put Wilder on pay-per-view, man. I don't care. This guy, knockouts sale, man. And Mike Tyson was that. A lot of people don't remember. I remember growing up being young, man, and my mom and dad would order Mike Tyson fights, and he's fighting Billy Joe Williams. We don't even know who he's fighting, but he's knocking these guys out, and that's what people wanted to see. There's nothing.
Hey, Mark, we had this conversation. I think it was last week. Dude, when Mike Tyson had got out of jail, man, didn't nobody know who the fuck that boy fought, man. But them damn pay-per-views were selling.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They wanted to see Iron Mike, man. You know what I'm saying? So you exactly right about that, bro.
Yep. It was just knockout sale. And I'm telling you, there's something about heavyweights. When you hit another grown, big heavyweight, 240-something pounds, he hit the ground and he's shaking. Man, that's something. That's something.
You ain't lying, man. You ain't never lied, man.
Hits the ground and I mean, when you look at Dominique Brazil, the way he just flattened and just hit the ground, man, he almost went through the mat. That's why he hit the ground.
Look at how he did that boy Chris Arreola, man. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Wilder's power is serious, but I think when people say it shouldn't be a pay-per-view fight, we're not just selling it. I think it should be, but we're not just selling it on who's Wilder's fighting. It's his power. Mm-hmm. You don't just knock out, 40? He's 41-4 with 40 KOs. I mean, come on, man. And everybody has been in the ring with him has been on their back. The only difference is Tyson Fury got up. Stavern went 12 rounds, and guess what? Wilder was being criticized with that. Oh, you supposed to have his power. You went 12. No, everybody was trying to criticize him, but he showed he can go 12 rounds and still win a fight.
And that motherfucker also showed he can go 1 round and annihilate his motherfucking ass the next fight.
Absolutely. And you know what? One of my guys that I mess with, man, his name Ron. Shout out, man, Ron. He was saying he thought Stavern was gonna come in and really give Wilder a hard time in the second fight because he got hyped up he got hyped up. He got caught up in the moment at the press conference where Stavern was talking about, I'm ready to catch a body. And, Stavern was going ham at the press conference.
Oh, I saw a man with Don King ass next to him. I saw his ass. He was talking more shit than a little bit, man. And Wilder just sitting up there looking up at that motherfucker like, motherfucker, I'm about to kill you, man. I remember that shit, bro.
Yeah. Wilder was confident, but there's nothing more dangerous than a heavyweight, man, who's confident in his punching power. He knows he can go 11 rounds and I can still knock you out. Like Wilder says that, man. All I need is 2 seconds. You need the whole 12. You got to be perfect the whole 12. All I need is 2 seconds. That's dangerous. That's some scary power, man.
And the thing is, man, you know how a motherfucker would get tired, man, and he keep that same fucking power from round 1 to round 12, man. That's insane, man.
It's scary, man. It's scary. It's impressive. I think it's exciting for the heavyweight division. It's to help grow our sport. If we fans of the sport. We wanted to see it grow. I don't care who's the face. We want to see it grow. We want to see it grow. I'll be the first one to tell people, man, when I see them, the Lomachenkos and the Triple Gs, I know some people don't like them, but let them, their fan base, some majority of them is white. They want to see something that represent them. Let that grow. Let that fan base grow. We want this sport to grow as a fan base, man. I don't want to sit there and just, some of them get overhyped. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Some of them shouldn't even be in the place they should be on the pound for pound list. But as a fan, I look at it as, man, let's let them all build. And then let our
fighters. Like Duck and Golovkin. I got you.
Right. Right. But like I said, ain't nothing. It's a great feeling when you see that fighter that's been boosted up, hyped up, fall down, and and you see that the fans is just devastated, man, because they believed in the hype. There's nothing like watching that, man. So that's just the fun part about the sport, man. But this is a pay-per-view. Back to what you were saying. This is definitely a pay-per-view. No. I would never.
Oh yeah, because see what I want to do, and if I want to play devil's advocate for King Kong, man, because it's something else that I keep hearing, and they keep harping on this shit. They keep talking about how old the man is. All right, so here's my thing, and even Deonte Wilder just said this shit at the press conference. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. If he's too old, then go in that motherfucker and beat his old ass. Dillian White, you got an opportunity. Tell me if this makes sense, Mark. Dillian White, you got an opportunity to fight Luis King Kong Ortiz to be the mandatory for the WBC title that you've been trying to get and been trying to find a way to get for I don't know how long. But you say, oh, King Kong, well, he too old. That makes a lot of fucking sense, huh, Mark? You got the opportunity to be the mandatory for the WBC title, and all you got to do is go through an old King Kong, and you won't take the fight. These people know what it is, man. Anthony fucking Flopshua. Dude, Eddie Hearn signed that motherfucker to keep him away from Anthony fucking Flopshua.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then as far as Tyson Fury, he told Deontay Wilder, motherfucker, you got to be out your mind to want to get in the ring with a King Kong Ortiz. High risk at the time, little reward. Because I know Fury said, motherfucker, I damn sure ain't getting there with his motherfucking ass. Yeah. So dude, it's a reason why I say this is number 1 versus number 2. And for anybody who want to argue that, just answer this one question for me. Why won't they fight him? They scared of him.
He's a style nightmare, man.
The Cuban style, dude. His high Q. I'm gonna just go out here and say that his IQ might be higher than all of them. His IQ might be higher than all of them.
Which is why in the second fight, I just don't know if Wilder is gonna be able to land in the right hand, man. I'm saying I'm rooting for Wilder. I'm hoping he gets a knockout, but my percent going into that fight, I just don't know. I think Ortiz can go 12 this time. He just got a good box. It's just his fatigue. I think he's gonna be more worried about his fatigue, man. That's just, you know, his stamina. But when you watch that first fight, Ortiz was trying to set him up the whole night, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he almost got him out of there in 7. But like Wilder wasn't able to use, like I said, he was trying to jab. He had to be careful because Ortiz can counter, man. So it's gonna be definitely a great fight, man. But it's arguably the number 1 and number 2. And don't disrespect Andy Ruiz, man. We definitely not disrespecting him.
Oh yeah,
fighter.
man. No, because I'm gonna be honest with you. After Wilder, that's the only other heavyweight I could see giving Luis Ortiz some huge problems, man.
Right.
You know,
Right.
big problems, man.
And I'm gonna be rooting for him the same reason I was rooting for Canelo against Cotto, because when Cotto said he didn't want to fight Triple G if he beat Canelo, so that's when I was rooting for Canelo, because I was like, hey, if he win, hopefully we get a Triple G in Canelo, and eventually Canelo ended up fighting Triple G. But Andy and Anthony Joshua just don't seem like he wants to fight Wilder. The politics. If Andy wins, we for sure know we're going to get an undisputed fight with Wilder and Andy Ruiz. If Wilder beat Ortiz, it's an if, man. That's the big if.
Hey, that's a King Kong size if, buddy.
He looks great too. Have you seen him?
Oh man, dude, I just watched the weigh-in, man. Look good, man. Look good, man. Even Wilder had to say it, man. Wilder said that motherfucker over there looking good, man. Shit. Man, what? Hey, that's another thing too. These motherfuckers talking about, oh man, he gonna go in there and wash him out in 4 rounds. I'll give you a Chuck P guarantee. Wilder ain't thinking like that. Wilder know this gonna be a motherfucking fight, man.
Yeah.
All that motherfucking shit he was talking at Brazil, that motherfucker wasn't poking the bear too much at King Kong. It was a huge difference from this press conference to that Brazil shit.
That's true. I also respect Wilder even more, man, going into this fight, because he was talking about just giving Ortiz another opportunity to feed his family. At the end of the day, they both prize fighters, and that's what real champions do. You give another guy a shot who's been getting ducked from so many other guys. You know what I'm saying? If you really care and respect that fighter, you will fight him and y'all both eat. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. Ortiz got a daughter to have I forgot, she has some type of illness, and
a bad skin condition, bro. Something with a skin.
And Wilder mentions stuff like that, and to me, it's like, how can you hate this guy, man? Like, he's telling you, I'm giving this guy not only another opportunity, but should take care of your family. That's what it's supposed. This is what boxing is supposed to be about. 2 guys, the best fighting the best, but at the end of the day, y'all going back home with money to secure your family for the rest of your life. You know, when AJ turned down that $50 million, I said, you should have never listened to Eddie Hearn. You should have never did it. You should have never did. And then, you know what? And you know, it remind me, and I'm gonna say this too. It remind me of with the Adrian Broner turning down that Rock Nation big deal. I think he had a $40 million with the Rock Nation at the time that he turned down with the Al Heyman thing. And I was like, man, you look at Broner's career now, you're like, oh man, you walked away a lot of money. I understand he was loyal to Al, but that's a lot of money to say no to, man.
You ain't lying, man. You know? 40 million shit, man.
Knowing where Broner is, you said
right.
It was like a 3 to 4 minute, a 4 fight. Like, really?
Yeah, man.
Damn. But yeah, that's what it's all about.
Hey, man, that's news to me, man. You fucked me up with that, man. I know that motherfucker turned down 40 million.
Yeah. Broner turned it down. He actually made a fool of himself. You gotta go look it up. He started saying F Jay-Z. He said F Jay-Z and this and start talking bad about The Rock, and I'm like, whoa. And he was just like, Al Heyman is my guy. I got Al Heyman. We understand that, but Al wasn't offering you 40, and I think it was 4 fights. I think it was only 4 fights. The Rock Nation pretty much going downhill, but the bag was there. They was offering. They had Andre Ward. They had a couple people. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to get a lot of names to start to push their brand, and Broner was definitely offered that, and he turned it down. So I look at that the same as Anthony Joshua. turn down 50 guaranteed on top of the 50-50 split. That's already telling you right there, in my opinion.
It tell you, no. You damn sure right. That's a goddamn fact. You right. Shit.
He did. I think it was Eddie. I really believe AJ wanted to fight after that deal. It was Eddie and Barry who dictated. It was like, look, we're gonna go this route. You're gonna make the same about him. By the time we get here with Wilder, you already made this much. So they pretty much convinced him just to not take it. But I actually know that Wilder and his team, they gave him that because they know AJ's chin is suspect, man. He doesn't move his head a lot. He's been knocked out in sparring. He's been knocked out in amateurs. I mean, you can look at all this, man. It's like, and between me and you, and I'm gonna say, I think he probably was juicing. I think AJ has been juicing to try to get that chin strong because he doesn't have confidence in himself, man. I don't think he has confidence in himself. That's just me, but that's a whole nother topic when it comes to that, man. But back to the
he putting all kind of motor oil in that Megazord shit. Believe that. Yeah, you damn right. He juicing, man. Shit. But yeah, man. But check this out though. Another segue with Ortiz. I did a video a while ago, Mark, man, called Opportunity, man. You know what I'm saying? It'll make or break your motherfucking life, And I was saying Ortiz never really had the opportunities to fight these guys. Now, one person tried to argue me with the Anthony Flopshua shit. I don't call this motherfucker Anthony Joshua. I call him Anthony Flopshua because you saw how he flopped around in that damn ring with Andy Ruiz, and he gonna do it again December 7th. Just keeping it real. But yeah, but this is what happened with that. Remember when Big Baby Miller popped dirty and they needed a replacement for Anthony?
Yeah.
So they did end up going to King Kong Ortiz. But the thing was his team outbidded themselves. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to get top dollar for that fight. And Eddie Hearn and them, you know what I'm saying? I guess they didn't come to terms with it. And he kind of outbidded himself. But that was his team. He did kind of fuck up on that part. But bro, if they would have had the fight, Ortiz, in my opinion, I think would have watched him, man. I think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this, man. A lot of people not gonna agree with it. Anybody he would have ended up fighting that night was gonna beat his ass. Whether it was gonna be Big Baby Miller, Andy Ruiz, or Ortiz. It just wasn't gonna be Joshua's night that night, man. I had money on Big Baby whooping his ass that night. But I don't want to fall off too far off into the wayside. But the point I'm over here making is you got to give motherfuckers an opportunity to show their greatness, man. And like you said with Deonte Wilder, I can appreciate what Wilder doing for Ortiz, man. Giving him the opportunity. And to be honest, everybody, this could very well be King Kong's last chance. You know what I'm saying? It's good that he got this chance to be on a platform, a pay-per-view, man. I mean, for all the bullshit that he did go through, not getting the opportunities, look at the big payoff now, man. You know what I'm saying? So I am happy for Ortiz. I think this is going to be a great fight, Mark, man. You want to add anything to that?
It's so crazy. I always liked the Ortiz, and when it came to Wilder, I'm a big fan of Wilder, and I made it. I'm gonna definitely go for Wilder over Ortiz. But this fight, the second fight, the build up, the watching the people, it just added more. I started to become more of a fan of Ortiz, seeing him work with the kids in the ring, and shadow boxing with the kids. I don't know if you saw that, but I love seeing stuff like that, man. I love seeing like that. Ortiz looked like he really, really ready for this opportunity. I hate that he got ducked so many times, and he has to fight, like NCAA tournament. He gets put in the bracket where North Carolina is the number 1 seed. They done moved him as the 16th seed,
Right,
man.
Know
what I'm saying? He got to get moved over here where he should be a 1 seed somewhere else. You know what I mean? And that's how it is with Ortiz. He should have been fighting for this fight right here. Should be a unification fight because we know he should have been a world champion, man. And I hate that this is just the politics of boxing, but at the same time, he gets the opportunity, and he's gonna be focused and locked in tomorrow, and it's gonna be exciting. I'm excited for him.
I mean, think about it, dude. You got Ruiz with 1 loss, being talked about like a motherfucker. You got Joshua with 1 loss, being talked about like a motherfucker. King Kong, 1 loss. I hear some people say, "Who is he?" I mean, come on, man. I shouldn't be hearing that shit, bro. These motherfuckers need to start putting respect on King Kong's name, man. And then they talk about the people he fought. I mean, sure, you have motherfuckers like Kajanu. Remember Kajanu, man, on the E-Bunny, Mikey Garcia undercard? He was ranked like 200 when he fought King Kong. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, it don't fucking matter who the fuck it was and where they were ranked. They got tanked, man. They got tanked, man. Did you see how he crushed that boy face in, man? He crushed the shit out that boy face. And then you got Travis Kaufman and other guy. Now that last guy, I think he won by a decision. And Mark, I chalked that shit up to him just not getting up for the fight, bro. That's what I say. A lot of people say, "Oh, he showed his age in that fight." I didn't think
it happens though. Sometimes a guy don't come to lay down. You'll have tough ones, tough guys that have no name, no recognition, that are coming there and they will really box you, man, and trying to win. They want an opportunity too. It happens. Me personally, I never criticize a fighter on their last performance. I've never been that guy unless he's fighting a similar style to the last fight. That's just me. I've never been critical. I fear people say, "Well, Sean Porter," this is an example. Sean Porter was almost lost to Ugas. He looked this bad. I said, Sean didn't even fight his normal fight. So I'm not even using the Ugas fight to talk about this fight. Look at
I was guilty of that.
No,
I was guilty of that.
At least you're being honest, but a lot of people do it. And for a little, I'm gonna make this quick. I don't do that for the simple reason. Just like I'm gonna go back to boxing history and use some examples. Aristotle Laura and Angulo fought. Angulo knocked Aristotle Laura down 3 times probably in that fight. Laura stopped him with the little eye. I don't know if you remember that. The eye got big. I don't know if you remember that fight with Angulo and Laura. If you don't remember, Laura got
I don't. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that one.
Okay. Well, Laura got knocked down 3 times. He looked it horrible. Okay. And but he ended up stopping Angulo. And his next fight was Canelo. After that. So he came off a pretty much a tough fight, but he was still seeking the Canelo fight, you know? And people was like, if Angulo, who's a C fighter, did that to you, what do you think Canelo's gonna do to you? You know what I'm saying? So when that fight was presented, Canelo damn near got his head boxed off against Laura. You know what I'm saying? You know, and some people had their own, you know, they thought Canelo still won, and some people thought Laura won. I was in the middle. I feel like it could have been a draw, and Canelo.
You know they love to use the triangle effect
all the time. Yeah. But I've never been that. You know, the Vernon Forrest, he beat Sugar Shane Mosley, the #1 pound, and his very next fight, he beat him twice. His next fight after those 2 rematches.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He lose to Ricardo Mayorga.
Yeah.
After he beat the #1 pound-for-pound fighter. It happens. You can't go off their performances all the time. I have to look at 2 or 3 fights. If it's going that way and I see them lacking, I say, okay, I can see. I never want the last performance. That's the one that sets you up, because some fighters usually do that. They will look vulnerable just to get a fight. You know, I gotta look. Triple G got to get hit by Kell Brook for you know, Canelo. But hey, I want to fight you now. Oh, well, thank you, because damn, I wouldn't get no fights. You know what I mean?
Man, listen, man. It's funny you say that, man. I'm gonna make this real quick, bro. That's what I had said about that Billy Joe fight, man, a couple of weeks ago. I said, man, what if Billy Joe had really looked like that on purpose just to make sure he could get a Canelo fight?
Yeah, hey, and it's
just a hunch, just a hunch.
No, and that's why. And I'm the one, and I'm just like, I stay consistent. People are, oh yeah, Canelo won Billy Joe. Go ahead and get him, but he might not be the same Billy Joe you just saw that fight. So he might not be the same. I'm not going off that last performance. You know what I mean? I don't think the styles is even similar. You know what I'm saying? And Billy Joe could be a lot better than that. So like I said, it's all about politics, and you got to play the game. Sometimes you have to do that to get a fight. You know, shoot, if you just get hit, you get hit a couple times and people are, oh, this is tough. Oh, you didn't look that good. Well, hey, look at this. I got all these opportunities. I got all these opportunities now because I didn't look this good in the fight. Vulnerability is will give you opportunities. I tell people that all the time. Vulnerability will give you opportunities.
I like that line, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's real, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's time for the predictions, man. I need people to put respect on King Kong's name, man. Right before then, people was talking about how he popped dirty. Well, damn it, I put it to you this way. And you mentioned Canelo. That's what made me remember the shit. I put it to you this way. With all the bullshit that the old man was going through, not getting the big fights and everything, you damn right he was taking blood pressure medicine. That's what the motherfucker popped dirty for, man. For some goddamn blood pressure. Y'all putting that old man through all that shit, man. He had to take them goddamn blood pressure pills, man. You know what I'm saying? And if Canelo can get away with tainted meat, if he can get away with tainted meat, y'all better leave King Kong the hell alone, man.
Right.
Shit.
I got you, bro. I definitely.
You feel me, man?
I'm gonna actually go back to the age thing, man. That a lot of people talking about his age, bro. George Foreman was an older heavyweight that beat Michael Moore. We can't keep using these ages, Klitschko.
And Mark, how old was Foreman? 45? And what Moore was like 25, 26?
26.
Come on, man.
We gonna throw. You want to throw old people in? Bernard Hopkins. We can go. Bernard beat some young.
One of my favorite fighters.
It's levels. It's levels to this, and man, you can't just say his age like he's not a good fighter. We got Bernard. You got George Foreman. You got Klitschko, who dropped AJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, so Ortiz old, but y'all gonna credit AJ for his victory over Klitschko, his biggest win, pretty much.
Right.
Come on, come on, man. His biggest win is against an older guy that actually helped him get even bigger. But when Wilder fight, Ortiz or Ortiz is just not respected. And I'm gonna tell you this: Ortiz is a great fighter, but a lot of people who don't like Wilder is just gonna shit on Ortiz because they don't like Wilder. So that's the narrative that people paint. If Wilder fights or Tyson Fury, they're gonna come up with another excuse to try to discredit if he wins. So Tyson Fury won the first fight, so they gotta run it back. It's always something that Ortiz is a great fighter. He should be getting a lot of recognition. He don't get the recognition he deserves. He truly deserves, man. I think I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm going for Wilder. I'm nervous, man, going into this fight.
Mark, I got to be honest, man. When they announced this fight, bro, and I tried to psych myself out, man, like, oh, man, Wilder beat this old motherfucker ass, man. But when they announced the fight, I ain't gonna lie, man, my heart dropped because I said, when he beat him the first time, Marcus, God is my witness, man. I put it on my old man gone, man. I put it on my old man. I said, Wilder, I'm glad you got through that one, but don't ever fight that motherfucker again, man. I said that right after he won that motherfucker. I said, don't go near that motherfucker. I said, but now if you do want to do it after undisputed. I said, now if you want to go back, man, and to have that motherfucking fight with him, man, do it after his one face, one name, man, because this could be a big. Hey, man, you remember that Halloween movie, Part 3, Season of the Witch, the one that Michael Myers wasn't in?
Halloween. No, I don't.
It's called Season of the Witch. That's the one Michael wasn't in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, if Ortiz win this fight, I might have to come up with a new show. It'd be called, instead of Halloween Season of the Witch, how about 2019 Season of the Wrench? Because we got a lot of monkey wrenches in this damn. I'm serious, bro. It's been a lot of monkey wrenches this year, bro, with Julian J. Rock Williams and Andy Ruiz. It's been some monkey wrenches. In 2019, it's been crazy.
Charlo.
And my God, man, can it get even crazier?
Yeah, Charlo. You got Charlo.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. man.
So it's been a roller coaster, man. But I'm going to say this, man, as far as my prediction, man, I got King Kong Ortiz getting his ass knocked the fuck out by the 10th, 11th round. I got your ass, didn't I? I'll be a motherfucking fool to bet against that goddamn right hand. This big old motherfucker, I'm just saying now, he got to be perfect for 12 motherfucking rounds, bro. And you going against a motherfucker who's carrying that same strength, that same power from rounds 1 to 12. Good fucking luck. I got Deonte Wilder knocking King Kong into Skull fucking Island tomorrow night. This will be the last time King Kong invade the motherfucking earth. This is it. What you think, Mark?
Man, I'm done with you, bro. Oh, shit, you too much, man. Look, man, whoa. Man, you talking about curveball. Listen.
I love throwing the swerves, man.
Look, I'm going to say this. I don't always go off the last fight. But look here. This man has shown consistently his punching power. What concerned me in the second fight the most when it come to Wilder, Wilder didn't even land the punches solid.
No, he didn't.
If you pay attention, he didn't even, when he uppercut him, that's all inside. He never really got a good hit. And when he did tap him on the chin, he had the stanky leg, but he was never able to really follow up.
Yeah, in that 5th round, yep.
Right. So Wilder, if he hits you flesh, my God. But this is the thing. The thing in this fight to me is going to be the fatigue. I want his fatigue of Ortiz doing what he was doing before he actually got clipped, because like I said, he started getting tired. He stopped moving that head. He stopped, moving them angles, and then that's when Wilder was able to find it, because that's all it is, man. Wilder, and I'm gonna say this, nobody ain't never said this, and I'll be the first one to say it. Wilder is just like Mike Tyson on that Punch-Out game. Remember when the Mike Tyson on Punch-Out and all he did was hit you one time, and you go down with look, that's all it is. Mike Tyson Punch-Out, bruh. All you have to, and you have to be really good too. The whole fight, you have to keep moving.
You ain't lying, man. You right, the whole fucking fight, bro.
The whole fight. He touch you one time, it's over. You remember the team when you make him mad, he just start moving real fast, like
yeah.
Like, oh yeah. So Wilder has that type of Mike Tyson punch. He is the Mike Tyson of our generation, man. He's exciting. You bring house parties, you want people to see this because it's going to be epic. I don't know. I'm gonna be the first one to say this. I don't know if Wilder gonna be able to knock him out, man, in this fight. I just don't know. I think Wilder's gonna win on the cards. But I think he's gonna be blasted for this. I think a lot of people will say, I think this is gonna be the second fight Wilder goes to where he doesn't get the knockout. Now, this is just a prediction because he can definitely get it, man. He did knock out 40.
Oh, yeah, 40 man. Hey, I love your prediction, bro. Keep going, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I just got this feeling that Ortiz is going to be in it. He's going to be in shape. And I think he's just, like I said, he's going to be giving angles. Wilder's going to start forcing the issue a little bit around 8 and 9, I believe, because they're going to have a fill out. They're going to be filling out each other, whatever. But I think Wilder's going to start forcing it, and it's going to give opportunities for Ortiz, because, look, you can become a victim of your own success. You become a victim of your own success. I need to knock you out because that's what I do. This is what I do. And Ortiz can just be like, this is what I've been waiting for. These are the rounds I've conditioned myself for. You know what I mean?
And just to add a couple of points to that, man. I mean, look, bro, he done added Larry Wade, man. You know what I'm saying? They got Sean Porter together, bro. He coming to win this fight, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's those later rounds. I don't think it's gonna be 4th round knockout. I think it's gonna definitely be chess match at the very beginning. And I think in the round, I say about 7, 8, around there, 7 and 8 up. I think that's when the real pressure begins from Wilder. Is he gonna start really trying to engage and try to get this knockout? Because, like I said, you could be a victim of your own success, man. Charlo was doing that. Charlo was trying to do that with Tony Harrison. You know, he was so used to just knocking these cats out that he didn't know how to set up his shots no more, you know, and really, you know, find yourself. Have patience. You got power. Just have patience.
We
And
talked about that, man. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, man. Me and my right-hand man from the land, man, we was talking about that, man. Stop being a headhunter, man. Let it come to you. Yep.
Let it come, man. Just have patience. And I think sometimes up on Wilder stage, he's knocking everybody out. I just don't want that to be. That's the only thing I think that can beat him is him trying to keep doing what he's been doing. Is trying to knock people out. And then if you ain't getting it, you're gonna start forcing it. And then you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position, man. So I think this goes 12 rounds, but I still think Wilder wins it. But shoo, can you imagine if Ortiz win this fight? And
Listen, Mark, listen, a lot of people eyes gonna grow wide, but I damn sure won't be surprised.
Right.
Because I'm saying this is the true number one versus number two, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. And with the IQ of Ortiz, I will be very interested to see if he could take that right hand away from Wilder, man.
Oh yeah. That's definitely gonna be the tell of the story. How can you go 12 rounds without letting that right hand really touch you? Now it's impossible to not really get touched in boxing when you're in the ring. But roll off punches. You can roll and or smother Wilder. He's so fucking long, man. He's long, man. So there's ways that you can go about it. Definitely with a power puncher like Wilder. But at the same time, I would never get in the ring with him. I'll just tell you that. So it takes a lot of balls to get.
Bro, you better have watermelon balls. You ain't lying, bro.
Absolutely. So yeah, I got Wilder too. I just think Wilder's gonna go 12 rounds with him. I think this is gonna be the fight where Wilder goes and watch he get criticized. Watch how many people criticize him, in my opinion, because he didn't get the knockout. And 41-year-old, they're gonna start trying to hammer Wilder for it. But I think you ain't gonna be able to knock everybody out. Obviously, he's been doing that damn near, but because his power is unreal. But I just think
it's funny how it ties back the same thing with Errol Spence and Sean, man. Like you said, when you get to that level of opposition, it's harder to knock them boys out, man.
Yep, because I think it's more based on them knowing how to roll off the punches. To me, it's never been about the name of the boxers. I hear people say that all the time. It's about, oh, you look who you knocked out. You ain't knocked out nobody. It's like, no, he can knock out any grown man if he lays his hands on him. You just fighting another guy who's got a little bit skill. You know what I mean? You got a guy that's skill behind it. But that doesn't change your punching power of who you hit. Amir Khan is an elite fighter, but he gets knocked out. Period. He has a chin. He gets knocked out. AJ is up there, but he gets knocked out.
Hey, man, it's funny. Hey, you mentioned Amir Khan. It's funny. Everybody want to talk about resumes and all the other shit. I tell you what, that motherfucking Amir Khan got a hell of a goddamn resume. If you want to go on fucking resume, shit.
And it's impressive too, because he doesn't get knocked out in every fight. You know what I mean? He done been in some fights where he goes the distance. You know what I mean? So he has an impressive resume as well, man. I actually like Amir Khan, but if I was his trainer, I'll just be honest, I'll just give him a whole bunch of cocaine, because it's hard to knock out people who on coke. Look at Tyson Fury. Come on, man. Come on.
You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying. That motherfucker, hey, that shit kicked back in this goddamn system. He rolled back up. Shit.
Hey, Amir Khan would be like, I'll be his favorite trainer. He'd be like, look, man, you ain't going nowhere. I ain't been knocked out since you've been here. I'm like hooking you up. Like, this is a joke, man. But yeah, I think
Hey, man, this is going down, man. This is gonna be a hell of a fight, man. This is gonna be a hell of a fight.
Definitely, man.
So, hey, Mark, man, plug your shit, man. Let them know where they can find you, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Y'all can find me on Facebook. Ohio Runs Boxing on Facebook. I'm also on Facebook under my regular page name, Marcus Nall. You can find me there. You can find me on IG, Ohio Runs Boxing on there. But I got a YouTube page. I haven't really started uploading yet, which I'm gonna do that soon too, man. So I just been.
I've been getting on them about that, y'all. I've been getting on them about that. Start that motherfucker up, man. Let's get it cracking.
Right. But then, yep. That's where y'all find me at, baby. You already know how I run boxing, baby.
That's what's up, man. Hey, and that's been another episode of Knock the F Out podcast number 35, man. I'll be doing an after party show moments after the fight, man, with my right hand man from the land, Mr. Carl Cleveland, man. It's going down, man. Before you go, jab that like button for a brother, man. Hit that subscribe button, become an official resident of the Ville and an official hard hitter, man. We need all the hard hitters we can get, man. Hey, man, everybody enjoy this fight. Watch this motherfucker any way you can, man. Dude, this is going to be an event you don't want to miss, man. And on the undercard, you got Flores going up against Leo Santa Cruz, which should be a hell of a fight. You know, Leo Santa Cruz is punches and bunches, man. It's going to be an exciting fight. It's going to be an exciting night, man. Don't miss it, man. Look out. Watch out for that after party show. We coming, man. Chuck P. C-Ville's finest. But to your haters, call me your highness. Marcus Nall, Ohio Run Boxing. We up out of here, baby.
Yep.
Bye.